Okay, so my recommendation is that you try the warm-up on your own. So go ahead and turn this off, try the warm-up, and then come back and I'll show you what I did. So it says write the equation of the asymptotes. So what I would do is the center is -1, 3. This is hard to write on. And the slope of the asymptotes is going to be plus or minus 8 over 4. So 8/4, which is plus or minus, this is terrible, plus or minus 2. So I would get y minus 3 equals plus or minus 2 times x plus 1. And those would be the equations of the asymptotes. For the next problem, it says write the equation of the convex section in standard form. So it's a parabola, and I know that the center, it's a hyperbola. The center is 0, 2. So, and I know the x squared is going to be first because we're opening left and right. We're opening along, we're touching the x-axis. So we get x squared, and then it's going to be minus y minus 2 squared. And then we look here, the up from the center, we go 2 up. So the y's are going to be over 4. And then we go 1, 2, 3 to the left. No, something looks wrong. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left and right, so that would be 25 equals, and it's always equal to 1 just as the ellipse is. So, okay, so for problem 1, you can see this is a hyperbola because the squared terms, there's an x squared and a y squared, and they have different signs. So the problem is this is in general form, and we need it to be in standard form in order to graph it. So we've done this before with ellipses. We're going to complete the square, so I'm going to put the x's together. So I have 9x squared, whoops, and 9x squared minus 18x, and I have negative 4y squared minus 16y equals 43. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out a 9. So 9 times x squared minus 2x. So this is just like we did with the ellipse. Half of negative 2 is negative 1. Squared would be positive 1. The difference is now we're just factoring out a negative 4. So y squared minus 4y, and then half of that squared would be 4 equals 43. But I actually added 9 and I added negative 16. So now I have 9 times x minus 1 squared minus 4 times y plus, oh, this should be plus 4y, sorry about that. So this should be plus 2 quantity squared equals 43 plus 9 minus 16, so that's 36. Then we have to have, for standard form, we have to divide by 36 so that we get it equal to 1. So divided by 36, divided by 36, and our equation for our hyperbola becomes x minus 1 squared divided by 4 minus y plus 2 squared divided by 9 equals 1. And so to graph this, our center is 1, negative 2. So we'll plot that, 1, negative 2. And then Oops, just kidding. This should be over here. 1, -2. I said 1, -2. 1, -2, and then it's going to be opening left and right because the x squared is first. So I'm going to go 2 to the right and plot a point. And then I'm going to go 2 to the left and plot a point. And then I'm going to go up 3. And I'm going to go, whoops, down 3. And then if we just draw in, oh my goodness, draw in our box, it's going to look something, this is awful, something like that. And so we draw our asymptotes, and then this has to approach the asymptotes, and it's going to be in the x direction, just like that. Not quite just like that, but anyway, so our vertices would be, let's see, our vertices would be 1, 2, 3, so 3, -2, and -1, -2. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to post on Haiku my key, which is much nicer than this, but at least I'm walking through this with you. All right, so on to the next problem. So on this one, I'm going to let you go ahead and do this one. So go ahead and do this one on your own, fill in the blank, and then actually solve this problem. So, and then turn off the recording and work on that. This is an ellipse. I'm just going to give you the final answer for the ellipse. Your final equation should be x minus 1 squared over 25 plus y plus 3 squared over 4 equals 1. So go ahead and graph that. And then